want to talk to you about selling. And for so many people, selling is difficult. It's intimidating. And I want to upfront ask you to ignore conventional sales and marketing advice. And the reason being is, unfortunately, there's at the moment, to be completely honest, you're quite vulnerable. You're at the start of your business. And the idea of somebody pitching, we will bring you from zero to whatever figure in 30 days or something like that, that can be really attractive. But oftentimes, to be honest, it's going to be really distractive. And I really believe that if you follow our method, you won't ever have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. We are going to cover a lot of really good marketing advice. And we are going to get much deeper into the sales process too. But I actually really believe that if you just tick this box that we're going to cover in this module, you'll be sorted. You'll actually, you'll do really, really well for yourselves. So the simplicity of this is that serving is the best selling strategy. And we've already encouraged you throughout these modules. I've said, get out there, coach where you can. Where you find an opportunity, coach. And obviously that's to build your practice. It's to build your confidence. It's to use new tools. It's to understand who you're going to work with and all that. But it also has a really, really nice thing about it too. It's that when you do an informal coaching session, and those are the kind of sessions I've been telling you about where you spot an opportunity to help somebody. You say to them, look, excuse me, I'm actually a coach. I'd love the opportunity to coach you right now because I feel there's an opportunity to bring you good value. Would you be open to that? And if they say yes, you proceed. And 5 or 6 minutes later, once you've done your work, you might say, okay, look, I think it's right to close this off now. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you. The idea of that is one, obviously to build confidence, but two, it's for you to spot opportunities where you can deliver value and to deliver it in these short snippet, like taster fashions. And like we're all so used to kind of getting samples of things in a supermarket, for example, it's like you get a taste and you go, wow, that's great, I'll buy it. The idea is that if you give somebody a taster of your service and you actually really serve them and you leave an impact on them, they will come away from that engagement in awe. And wow, going, holy shit, that was amazing. That was 5 minutes. What could an hour with them be like? Or perhaps later on they're with a few friends and they go, do you know what? I was talking to Jamie in this case, and he actually opened up a bit of a coaching session on me. I got to experience what he's like as a coach, and it was incredible. I'd actually really highly recommend him. And so the idea is that perhaps off the back of serving in these little snippets, these informal coaching sessions, those people that you're working with will want to come back. But not only that, they'll tell others about how good you are and they'll want to engage with you. And if you do that enough, you'll never have to worry about marketing or selling your service because you will have people coming to you wanting to work with you as a given. So that's the kind of the serving being the best selling strategy. Now the key is knowing the difference between an informal coaching session and a real one. And I think we've done that already, that we've gone into, what is your coaching package? What does it look like in a formal basis? And it's sat down, it's on Zoom. And there's ways in which you work. Remember, like when you weren't ready to price that, you had kind of terms and conditions around your service. But then in time, as you build yourself towards your pricing, you know what your formal coaching session looks like. The informal ones are exactly as I've said, those little moments throughout the course of your day where you see opportunities to deliver impact, and you do in a formal, noted fashion. And that noting being, I see a real opportunity to coach you on this. Would you be open to me sharing a moment of coaching with you, and giving them the opportunity to say yes or no? And if they say yes, you proceed, and then at the end letting them know when you're okay, I think we're complete now. Let's close this coaching engagement. Just giving them that informal taster of your practice in the flow of their day. And that, as I said, that difference between an informal coaching session and then a real one, a formal coaching session, is really key. And I think a lot of anxieties come up. People think, oh God, if I'm sharing all these little snippets, will people think that's what it's like to work with me? And nobody with the right mind would think that a little 5-minute coaching session on, informally, in a room or throughout the flow of a conversation is what you show up like in a formal session. No. People, when they get that little taster, are going to go, holy shit, that was incredible. I wonder what it's like to do this with them formally, properly, her. And I think that's a really, really important thing to emphasize. And then from there, I just want you to trust that process. And when I kind of talked about conventional sales and marketing advice, and and also a lot of the consultants out there, they all do suggest, like, we'll turn your business upside down in 30 days or 60 days or whatever. And there's a reason why this program is 26 weeks. It takes time to really immerse yourself in this world and to build natural confidence. And it's exactly the same with regards to demand. You have to build your experience. You have to get yourself out there and build confidence in coaching people and actually get yourself to the point where you can leave people in awe. And then you have to leave a whole load of people in awe who have a whole load of conversations with other people talking about your work, and let those little ripples ripple out and create essentially and ultimately a sea of demand for you. But that, as I said, that does take time. And my approach, and really noting that I like to take a holistic approach, I like to take a kind of a calm and steady, a slow and strong approach. This takes time. And I would encourage you that it's well worth it. When you take time, when you do things naturally, as I said, your confidence builds, your practice builds, your offering refines through little bits of experience. Your whole approach to clients refines through little bits of experience, and things come together. And as they start to turn, as you get over the experience curve where you're learning all the time, and instead you get to the point where you can actually capitalize on those learnings and actually put the refined approach out into the field, you will be amazed at how things start to add up. And I've had this with clients where we've worked on little things and little things and little things and little things for months at a time, and then suddenly they double their income in a month. And then 3 months later, they've doubled their income again. But that process to get there might have taken a year. And that's okay. I cannot emphasize enough how important patience is in your approach to sales, and that impatience is a bit of the devil in this, in terms of it will have you turning to people that you shouldn't, it will have you doing things that you shouldn't, it will have you become inauthentic. And that is, unfortunately, when people buy from people, one of the most repulsive things. So I would encourage you, as I said, to take a slow and steady approach. Serve and serve and serve and serve, and know that in time, provided you are learning and you are refining your work, and it will come back to you tenfold, and then tenfold again, and you will, it will more than justify the means and the approach. And that's something I can share from my own personal experience, and that's something that I can share from countless others who I've gotten to work with, that those who do this approach, ultimately speaking, win out. And I wish the exact same for you.